Welcome back to the Trades and Builders business program. So in the program, there's 2 days where we focus on the money side of things. And in there, to get money, you actually obviously need a great credit score. But to get a great credit score, I suppose one of the things you need to do is to actually access your credit file. So Laurence, is there a right way and a wrong way, or a good way and a bad way to do that?
Absolutely. Getting your free credit score the wrong way can be very, very expensive. And I'll just explain the difference. So there's 3 primary credit reporting bodies in this country. The one that most people need to be aware of is a company called Equifax. As far as consumers concerned, so when you're buying your home or a holiday apartment, or in most cases, a motor vehicle, those sorts of things, a ute or whatever, the credit provider will check the credit file that is with Equifax. There are 2 others. There's one called Ilion and Experian, and they normally hold credit files for commercial, small business owners. If you've got a trade account with Bunnings or Coates or something like that, it'd probably be on those more than it would be on Equifax. Now, if you, what's my credit score, Google what's my credit score, you'll get a range of get credit score now, credit simple, and it goes on and on. There's lots of them. Don't do that, okay? Because what will happen is when you get your free credit file from those third-party providers, they won't mark your credit file, but they will sell your credit file. And what that means is that when they sell the credit file, who's ever buying it, and all kinds of people can buy it. We've had clients with marks from, everyone from the major banks and, Citibank, Amex. We've had very interesting PayPal out of Singapore was on, they've never been offshore in their life. So your data can get sold. So if you're getting a free copy of your file from Credit Simple or whatever, you're ending up giving permission when you click the T's and C's on that accept the terms and conditions of getting a free credit file. It's giving them permission to sell your data. And remember, a lot of these credit file companies have many subsidiary companies with names like the Prospect Shop, for example, is one of the companies, and they're just in the business of repackaging your data and selling it on to finance companies who will then try and sell you insurance or any other sorts of financial services product. All of these people can leave marks on your file that will affect your file negatively. So if you want a free copy of your file, best thing to do, go to Equifax, find the link to the free consumer file section, fill that in. They do ask a lot of questions. They're not going to be happy about me saying this, but no need to give them any more information than you have to. There are questions that are mandatory. Your driver's license number, date of birth, that's all important because they've got to marry the data. They've got to map the data, make sure they're going to the right place. But they go on and ask a whole lot of other questions about what side of the bed you get up of in the morning and things like that. There's no need to give them any more information than you have to. It's not going to improve your score, although there's a bit of dialogue about that, but it's really not going to improve your score dramatically. And getting your file directly from the credit reporting body, Equifax, won't mark your file and won't affect your score. If you wanted to go further, you can get a letter that you can send to Equifax, and it will stop them from selling your data to companies like the Prospect Shop, for example, which I think is a subsidiary of Equifax. So if you wanted to reach out, we can provide you with that templated letter. You send that to them, stops them from selling your file now and in the future. So it will protect your score in some way.
So a lot of these places that are advertising saying, get a copy of your credit file. I mean, to me, what you're saying is if it looks too easy, maybe be cautious about it. Is that right?
Yeah, if you read the fine print, they'll say, we won't mark your file. And that is true. They won't mark your file. But if you go down further, they'll sell it to unborn children and dead dogs. It will just go on forever, so don't fall for that one. Go to the credit reporting body. And no need to give them any more information than is mandatorily required under the law to get your file. That's all you need to do.
Okay, so look, I'm going to come back in another video and I'd like you to explain a bit about what Credit Reboot does and how you can help people. But thanks for your time. And if people want to have a look, you can go to creditreboot.com.au. And do you remember the 1300 number?
1300-361-879.
You had to look down, but anyway.
I did.
Thanks for your time, Laurence.
Thanks, Miles. Thanks for having us.